What's going on, Cobra Kai fans? I just wanted to get on here and touch upon something that I touched upon yesterday during my season 6 trailer reaction video and breakdown. If you haven't seen that, then please do go check it out. It is up on the channel. It was a lot of fun. There's a lot of things that I touch upon in there. There's a lot of story beats that I go into, and then I brought my lovely fellow kings on afterwards for a bit more further discussion for 2 streams. So you have 2 streams worth and you have a reaction. So go and check those out if you haven't. Now, for anyone who's followed me for any stretch of time, you know that I am a sucker for the sleeper arc. Now, what is the sleeper arc? The sleeper arc, generally speaking, at least to me, I know people have different definitions for it, but the sleeper arc is the arc that you don't see coming, or not that you don't see it coming. It's the one that happens in the offset. It's not one that's clear as day. It's not one that's like right in your face. It's something that happens in the offset amongst all the chaos. And I wanted to touch upon this because it's something I do feel quite passionately about, and that is the character arc of Demetri. I think Demetri this season is in line for a very, very special arc. Now, I want to preface this immediately. I could be so off base on this. I could be completely wrong. Trailers are an art form by design. They are meant to mislead, to whet the appetite, get the juices flowing. They're meant to lead you in 50 different directions, so to speak. There are a lot of lines in this trailer, i.e., the moment where Miguel says, "Oh, I'm going to have to beat Robbie again." That's put in there for a reason, and I'll touch upon that another time. But trailers are an art form. They're designed with purpose. This wasn't put in here for no reason. Now, again, I could be completely off base on this, and this could mean nothing. But there is a particular energy that Demetri exudes in this trailer that sticks out like a sore thumb to me. And a lot of what I was saying yesterday and what me and the lads were theorizing is if this is a Rocky 4 type of season, I would be worried about this boy. I really would. I think something is in. I don't think it's going to be Hawk that gets hurt again. I don't think it's going to be Miguel. Robbie could, to sort of get him over with some fans and whatnot. But I really feel like it's going to be Demetri. Again, I could be wrong, but this is something where now that Mike Barnes is involved, and we know that Mike Barnes will bring a different flavor to the dojo. Every sensei brings something different. Johnny brings offense. Daniel brings defense. Chosen brings the hardest part of both styles, as Chris would say. Mike Barnes is straight up aggression. Get in there, knock their teeth down their throat, and get out. And I really feel like Demetri is going to take a massive shine to this for another reason. In this particular shot right here, you can see our good man, Mr. Kenny, in the shot as well. Now, you may be wondering, why does that hold any significance? Well, think about it. Kenny's a newbie, right? He's already beaten this man next to him. It's going to up the ante for Hawk to get his A game on again. But also then Demetri's thinking, okay, this new guy's come in and now he's surpassing me. There's a certain point of your pride that takes a hit where you're like, okay, how many times do I have to bend the knee to accommodate someone else? It's going to get to you a little bit. And I think with Mike being there, one thing that I said yesterday, and again, comment down below if you agree with any of the points that I raise, I feel like Mike Barnes is going to have a recontextualized moment where he was a previous Sekai Taikai winner, because we know he's an international bad boy. What led him to be that way? Maybe he competed once before and he lost. And to win, he had to cross lines that he didn't want to cross. Hence the reason why Johnny's going a bit further. Hence the reason why Demetri's going a bit more all in, is because Mike can say to these guys, hey, you're fighting against opposition that have no qualms about what they do to you. It doesn't matter about offense or defense. Use whatever style you work with to get in there, get the job done, and get out. And for as much as he gets knocked out of the fight in season 5, Mike smacks the living daylights out of that sensei and put with one hit, just Jesus Christ. And I think Demetri, out of all people, may take a shine to this, because Demetri, up until this point, I've always said, has been like the Neville Longbottom of the show for me. He's been the voice of reason. He's been the underdog that gets a cool moment every now and then. I dare I say it, I think Demetri is in his Bully Maguire mode. I think this is symbiote energy right here. I feel like in this shot where Hawk looks at him, and look at the contrast here. Kenny's looking at Demetri with like a bit of and he's enamored. He's like, okay, this is, go you, fair play, and everyone around them's cheering. But Hawk, on the other hand, I feel like has a look of concern, and it's almost like looking into a mirror image of himself and what he ended up doing seasons ago, which again we don't need to do. Hawk's learned his lesson, but it's that moment of like, hey, Demetri, if you don't calm down, you're going to go down a very bad path. And there is a moment in this trailer which is a standout moment, at least for me, and I'm sure it is for many of you guys. Let me find it after this bit. Not these guys, not these guys, not these guys. I think it's like right at the start. I could be wrong. Bear with me a minute here. It's where Demetri ends up using his karate to literally chop the boards within seconds. And the way he does it, the intensity behind the hits, it just makes me feel like Demetri will have more of a point to prove this season, and he will want to prove himself more, which is never a bad thing. All the fighters are going to want to do that. But I do feel like something here is definitely amiss with this. And I think with the characters that we have at our disposal right now, if you look at the characters as a whole, Miguel and Robbie, it's not even a question. Hawk, not even a question. Sam and Tori, not even a question. Kenny, maybe a little question, but I think they've set him up for way more. You look at Demetri, it makes you wonder. It makes you think. And I really feel like with this being a Rocky 4 inspired season, especially with our boy Eli rocking the red, white, and blue Apollo Creed style, I just have a feeling someone's going to get dropped in that tournament. Not dead, not killed, but they're going to get hurt. And I think Demetri, for the longest time, has been the loveliest soul that has been the voice of reason. He's brought everyone together. He was nice to Hawk. He was nice to Robbie. He was nice to Miguel. Like, he's always been nice to people. That's just always that's always been his angle. To have someone like Demetri get hurt and get knocked out, that's going to be hard to watch. And I think it's not necessarily derivative of him going down a path and embracing his anger. It's more of just the fact that he might lose himself in the process and feel like he has more of a point to prove. Now, again, this scene right here could be nothing. Maybe he could just be the last man standing. And they're all like, oh my God, Demetri of all people? And it echoes back to his season 2 moment where he couldn't even take a second hit from someone else after he landed a hit on Chris. It's a great full circle for the character. But again, things are put in trailers for a reason, and I really am fascinated with what is in store for Demetri, especially in the first part, or even just the season as a whole. Demetri, to me, has felt like he hasn't really got much to do since, I'd say, season 4-ish. Yeah, he had that moment with Eli in season 4, but I think he had more of a role in season 3. From then on, he's just kind of been there. So I'm really excited to see him get more shine. And again, comment down below and let me know if you agree with any of the points that I raised. And most of the videos will be in this format going forward. The prime reason for that is I just don't have a lot of time. Got so many moving pieces at the minute, multiple jobs, acting prospects. There's so much stuff happening, but I wanted to get on here and, start doing videos properly again. I know for people who have been here a while, you'll remember I used to do images and soft music and whatnot, and that may come back one day, but as of right now, I'm more of an on-camera guy. I like getting on here. I like just turning on the camera and shooting the shit. But I really feel like Demetri is in store for something very special, whether he goes down in the ring or whether he embraces the dark side for a bit and we get to see a bit of that potential. Who knows? It's all to play for. All bets are off. But one thing I will say, and I stand by this, all the kids are great. But when you look at the kids overall, I believe that Demetri is the most in line with that classic 80s Karate Kid archetype of a character. Tall and frail and thin and long gangly arms, the nerd, socially awkward, a slow learner. It just fits that mold perfectly. And I feel like Demetri's in a position now where he may catch up quite quickly. And to give the Mike Barnes thing a bit more leverage, the reason Mike Barnes was the way he is, what if, and this is what maybe prompts all these characters, and I said this yesterday, and again, I could be wrong, but I feel like the urgency of Miguel saying, I need to beat Robbie again, or Demetri putting his all in, or, Hawk and Kenny putting their all in. Maybe, again, it could be wrong, but what if, this is just a what if, Mike has said, hey, I had a friend that died in the ring. I had a friend that died on the mat. Goblet of Fire style. Now, we all love Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, but anyone who knows anything about that movie, Sirius tells Harry people die in this tournament. Kids. And what if after that point, Mike was never the same? And that convinces all the characters around him, not just Demetri to embrace the dark side a bit, not just Miguel to be the leading man, not because he's got to beat Robbie again for the 500th time. No, what if Miguel wants to beat Robbie because he's the one that wants to make sure he's in line of danger, no one else? You got to think about it. These are the best of the best, and I love that title. The best of the best fighters they're going up against in the entire world. All bets are off. These kids could be in danger. Quite a few of them. Do I think they'll die? No, they're the legacy characters. It's not that, and they're the future. It's not that kind of show. But will they get hurt? Absolutely. And it's going to be a tearjerker. There's going to be some emotional moments. Like, we're not doing a little piddly all valley with it's the moment of truth. Like, we're doing a legitimate fight, like against some of the baddest mofos on the planet. And if there's anyone that will understand that, it's Mike. And I really do feel like if it's a Rocky 4 type of season, having someone go down in the ring that was Mike's friend, you could really, again, you got to be careful not to go too on the nose, but you could use that. You could use that a lot as fuel for the characters to go, oh my God, we got to be careful. So when they're fighting for spots, whether it's Demetri, Miguel, whoever, it's not like they need to beat this person to be the alpha. It's they're fighting for those spots because they don't want anyone else to get hurt or get harmed. It's that moment of realization of when you realize, oh, there's some real stakes here. This is a problem. We are in danger. Now, I've rambled on long enough. The video is at 11 minutes. Please comment down below and let me know if you agree with any of the points I've raised. As of recording this video, right now, and I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that subscribed thus far. We're back on the hype train. 8K is that's my destination. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Aside from Cobra Kai, I talk Star Wars, Marvel, DC, anything film and TV related. I also post a lot of my acting works on here as well. Live streams every week. I have the Kings of Pop Culture that I do streams with every now and then. So as of right now, there are 7,657 subscribers. Let's see if we can't get this up to 7,700 subs by, I'd say, the end of the week. Let's see if we can give ourselves a target. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's your first time here, jump in the comment section down below. Let me know if you agree with the points I've raised. If you're returning, shout out to you. May the force be with you. And Demetri and Eli, binary brothers.